Yeah, I seen Earl Spence on $1 million worth of game
What's he talking about?
and Crawford. Spence was just talking about. Well, I know Gilly said he gonna bet 20,000 on Spence. Um, he was just talking about how he owns like 60 acres of land. And he got cows, chickens, and horses, and how he's trying to buy the land around where he lives at, and that's 150 acres.
Where's he from?
Well, he's from Texas, but his parents are from Jamaica.
Oh,
This
he's
is
from the Spence.
yeah, yeah. Terrence Carter's from Omaha. He's from Omaha, Nebraska. But
Yeah,
this,
yeah, yeah. He's from Texas, Spence.
yeah, Dallas.
Yeah, I
But
just heard about that thing about Spence getting into a car crash.
you just heard about that?
Now I heard the reason who was chasing him.
Chasing him?
Yeah,
Who was chasing him?
Mo 3.
Oh my God! Here we go with the conspiracy theories.
It ain't no conspiracy. Streets don't lie. You sound like Joe. Streets be talking, man.
Why was Mo 3 chasing him?
Guess he was fucking with one of you. Why did anybody else chase a dude messing with his girl?
Are you serious?
Look it up. Everybody in Texas says it.
And that's why he wrecked the car.
Yeah, he was being chased.
So when he wrecked the car, why didn't they have Mo 3's car like behind him on camera? Then
He said Mo 3. Where did he crash?
he crashed like downtown somewhere, I guess.
You don't know where he crashed.
Yeah, I mean he was in the city.
Hmm?
He was in the city.
He was in Dallas.
Yeah,
Well, I know Mo 3 from Dallas.
yeah. And then somebody chased him and killed him, right?
Yeah, they hawked him down. Yeah. So they both was on $1 million worth of game.
Yeah. Crawford went first, and then Spence went. I didn't see the whole interview, but I just seen like the first 15 minutes, and people talking about Earl Spence being bigger, but yeah, I don't feel like he really has a chance to assert his dominance because he got to weigh 147 anyway. But we'll see what happens. Both of them like they already in shape and ready to go, but they actually making this fight happen kind of early. Like they announced, like you gotta realize this fight is literally like right around the corner. It's only a month away.
Yeah, what's it? June 29th? July 29th?
July 29th. That's crazy. Like
Yeah,
usually,
we're a month, more than a month away.
yeah, usually for a fight like that, they'll push it out. 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of did it real fast. Like, all right, let's go ahead and do it. You know, which is
So it
good for.
must have been in the works though.
Yeah, it was in the works. Yeah, I guess they kind of knew it was going to happen, so they were kind of
Right, that's what it sounds like.
yeah, they already getting in shape. You know, so who you got winning?
I'm going for Spence.
If that's who you think gonna win, or you just going for Spencer?
That's what I think I'm gonna win.
Hmm. Why do you think that?
Just looks stronger. I looked at both of their highlights and shit like that. He just looks like a stronger. And I see why people say Crawford will win because he's like a.
He's
He's
slick.
more like
He's
he's
slick.
more. Yeah, he's slick. Like right, he's kind of like if he was a basketball player, he more like Jordan and Crawford's more like LeBron to me.
You got it backwards, or you mean he's more like Jordan and you mean
Crawford's more like Jordan,
right,
and Spence is more like LeBron.
right?
Shiftier. Maybe he might be more athletic.
he definitely fights in a more athletic style.
Right.
You know, sometimes you don't know how like if people because like we two people can both be athletic, but it's just their style of fighting. Like everybody doesn't fight in the athletic style. Like even somebody like Floyd Mayweather, he doesn't always fight in the athletic style. Sometimes he fights in a basic, like using the basics. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
great. You know what I mean? That he can do different things. You know, but it's a video out there talking about with Earl Spence talking about. I mean, with Mayweather talking about Earl Spence sparring him about sparring Earl Spence and how like pretty much Earl Spence got him back in shape. You know, Mayweather was like he was out of shape and
Yeah, I
Spence,
seen that. He said after he got back in shape, he was Mayweather.
yeah. Yeah. I guess that means that, you know, Spence couldn't deal with him. I guess that's what he's saying. I mean, I would love to be a fly on the wall and see that. Oh my god.
Yeah,
But
that'd be epic.
yeah, I think somebody like Mayweather, think about somebody like Mayweather is he's so fast when when you know what I'm saying, when he's in the ring. I think people don't understand like I could see him like being too fast for Earl Spence. That's why I could see Terrence Crawford winning against Earl Spence. But one thing that Terrence Crawford don't have is he don't have a jab. Terrence Crawford don't like Mayweather has a really good jab. Like Terrence Crawford don't have a jab. Like that's not his game. He's more of a counterer, so he doesn't throw a lot of jabs. So it's like when you're fighting, like Earl Spence has a really good jab. So when you're fighting somebody who's a really good jab, you know, that's a scoring. That's like somebody who can score, you know, close to the basket. It's like it's something you can rely on. Like it's not going to get you 3 points, but it's going to score. Like a jab can win a fight. You know what I mean? It's consistent. You know, it's you know, hooks and hard straight rights and all that's 3 pointers. You know what I'm saying? That's that shit is more flashier, but a jab is consistent, and you can beat somebody with just hitting them with a jab. Like Earl Spencer kind of fighter where he can beat you with just hitting you with a jab. So that's gonna be super interesting.
Well, I think especially if it goes into later round, I'm definitely gonna go with my boy Spence.
But what you have to understand is what Spence is you just gotta know can he take Crawford's punches because Crawford is gonna catch him.
Mm-hmm.
Can he take the punches? Because if he gets hurt, like it's a wrap. Like if he can't take Crawford's punches, he lost. I feel like if he could take Crawford's punches, he won. That's my synopsis of the fight. Because if he could take Crawford's punches, he's definitely more busier than Crawford.
So, what makes you think that Spence wouldn't be able to?
Crawford hit hard. I mean, he stopped people. He knocked people out. You know, what I mean, you can't. I mean, you can't deny that. Like he knocks people out. I mean, he punches hard. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's not. This ain't a great fight for nothing. If Crawford couldn't punch, this wouldn't be the fight it is now. But I will say Crawford has been hurt by little people. What we know is that Earl Spence got a better chin than Crawford. We can see that a mile away. Crawford get hit. I didn't see Crawford falling all over the ring, you know, by Gamboa,
Mm.
a
Again,
featherweight.
both small, right?
He's a featherweight, like 5'4", 5'5", 100. You know, he started his career like a 122. Tiny. He moved up 2 weight classes to fight Terrence Crawford. But that was like a fight. They used Gamboa as a fight to build, Crawford. That was a fight. That was like a fight somebody with a name fight to get more recognized. Because Crawford, nobody knew who Crawford was for a while. But I knew who he was. I knew he was beating people, going to people's countries and beating them and stuff. Nobody really knew who he was, but I did. Like I knew, like, because I remember when he beat Ricky Burns. Like he was doing his thing. Like Crawford came out of obscurity because he didn't go to the Olympics. You know what I mean? But Crawford's funny because his trainer name is Bomac, and I think he's like 5'7", but he fought as a heavyweight. It's the funniest thing, like a 260-pound fat heavyweight. And it was like, how could he train somebody when he was like a 260-pound heavyweight? He was like 5'7", fighting at heavyweight at
Well,
200.
shit, I'm not the motherfucking conditioning coach, nigga.
Well, obviously, you don't know shit about conditioning. That dude is still fat.
Nah, I got Spence. You just made my case even more comfortable.
Why?
Because you just said he had a better chin, which it looked like it. Because, like I said, I seen that. So I don't have no doubt that he won't be able to take Crawford's punches. But can Crawford take his?
I know for sure if Spence starts punching on Crawford, he gonna swell him up because Kell Brook was swelling up his eye.
You
Spence,
ain't making no cases for Crawford.
I don't, I don't think, I'm not sure that Spence could take his punches
Right.
because I don't know if anybody can take it. You know what I mean? Like anybody, like some people, you just got to see. If Spence could take it, he gonna beat Crawford. Like I already know that.
And so what would make Spence lose?
Getting caught and counted. I mean, like getting hurt. I mean, I think if him getting hurt, you know what I mean? Because people think, like I think, like he can't take the punches. Like, what I mean? People think like that. People are thinking like he ain't gonna be able to take it. Like he gonna get knocked out. That's how much a lot of people got faith in Crawford. People have faith in Crawford. A lot of people think he just gonna catch Spence and it's gonna go night. They feel like Spence is too slow. Like, people look at how he fights basic and all that. They thinking, oh, this dude just gonna wash him. Like a typical pick for you would be Crawford.
Vegas has Spence at 100 plus 180 odds to win on the scorecards, while Crawford is plus 185. So that sounds like they have Crawford winning. This is
Yeah,
Vegas.
yeah, Crawford. The consensus has if you bet, you win more money betting on Spence than you do on Crawford. Ain't that crazy though? Everybody favorite and Spence got all the belts. Spence got all the belts, all that. He even had them like displayed on $1 million for game. He got all the belts except for one. It's kind of like an oxymoron because it's kind of like everything is pointing to you go by credentials, who they fought when they fought them. Spence has all the edges in that except for the knocking the people out.
Well,
And
that's close too because Spence's Crawford's at 76% and Spence
knocking
is at 78. So
knockouts.
knockout percentages.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like I say, it's close. It's definitely.
At 76 and 78.
I guess Crawford has the recent knockouts. Well, Spence just stopped Ugas. But look, Spence just TKO Ugas, but Ugas beat Crawford in the amateurs.
So wait, so Spence only fought twice since 2019.
What? So it would be Ugas and then what? Danny?
I don't know. You tell me. You about this?
I went to the Danny fight.
What year was that?
I went to the Danny fight and I went to the Ugas fight.
What year was Danny in that fight?
That was 20. Was that 2020? I think it was 2020.
Yeah, they got Crawford's the Spencer's the underdog.
I told you. Ain't that crazy?
It's only crazy. Well, I wouldn't say it's crazy because Crawford is nice. If you look at his highlights, he's slick as shit. I can see why he would be favorite. It's just a good fight, man. I can see why each one of them would be the favorite. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can argue both sides, but they said Spence put on some weight, some muscle.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
He can't. How the hell? How's he gonna make weight?
So he can't weigh over.
Both of them got to weigh 147, and then they can. There's no hydration. There's no hydration clause, so they can weigh whatever they want after they weigh in.
I would have had a goddamn hydration calls in my shit. All my
That's the joke they got now with Tank. They like everybody that Tank fight got to have a hydration clause because he's short or something.
and they should.
Man, that's terrible, man. It's like the thing about boxing, man. People making their own rules. People make their own rules, man.
How that's his own rule.
Yeah, like if you put a hydration clause in at a fight, that's your own rule because it ain't supposed to be there. Like there's no hydration clause. Like you can't, but you can. The thing about boxing, what makes boxing a crazy sport, is that with boxing, you know, if you're the A side, if you're the A side, you could you could make your own moves as you go because like you got the money. Like it's kind of like if I'm the A side, then I'm the one that pretty much fronting the money. I'm the big name. I can say, yo, we fighting with these gloves. It's a hydration clause. This the size of the ring. You know, we can do all that. And see, Tank, he's a big draw now, so he can make demands on how he want the fight to go. He can say, I want a hydration clause. I want the ring to be this big. I want to wear these gloves. You know,
Wait, so you could